What is good, guys? I thought I would do something a little bit different today, so let's do a voiceover. Today's session is a hamstring dominant session. I, just like every session at the moment, I'm starting the workout with some arm stuff. So today I'm starting with forearms prior to then going into the hamstring work. The reason why is because I am trying to bring up my arms this year. I think arms are such a crucial body part, and having fallen victim to the push-pull legs approach in the past, my arms did fall behind. So I'm trying to bring those puppies up now. So started the workout today with a barbell wrist curl, as you can see. Pretty basic exercise, working that belly of the forearm, feeling a little bit of a stretch, and then into the contraction, as you can see. After the wrist curl, I did 3 sets there, then moved into this standing reverse grip cable curl. This is a corker for that brachyradialis, that muscle on top of the forearm. As you can see, as I curl up, you'll see a little bit of a stretch of that muscle, and it really does pound the forearm. So I would strongly advise you give this one a whirl if you haven't already. Probably my favorite exercise for forearms, if I'm honest. The stretch is brutal, and you just flick it back almost as if you're on a motorbike, and then curl up, and you're gonna feel a savage pain in the forearm region. So did 2 sets here after the barbell wrist curl, and then after this, I then head into the hamstring portion of the workout. This is just obviously another angle, as you can see, working the brachyradialis with this exercise still. Awesome exercise. So, little bit of a breather, resting up. I have quite a big rest between the arm stuff prior to then going into the bulk of the session, just to basically get the mind right, and now sort of almost divide the work up. So now getting my head into the game for lower body assault, because as we all know, lower body is a lot more mentally challenging than arm work. So into a lying hamstring curl to start. As you can see, I will do some unilateral reps just to get the hamstrings firing. I think the biggest mistake people make when it comes to hamstring training is not contracting their hamstrings. Okay, hamstrings need accuracy. You need to make sure that your hamstrings are working for the entire rep of every set. If you throw weight about and you move a lot of weight, it will not necessarily translate into good hamstring growth, and I have unfortunately experienced that in the past. Now, my hamstrings aren't as big as what they used to be, simply because they're not a priority for me anymore. I don't want to compete. That being said, you know, there's no excuse to have shit legs, so I still hit hamstrings once a week. So into the working set here, as you will see, form is extremely tight. Really slow negative, not just for the sake of it. I'm slowing that negative down because I'm lowering the weight with my hamstrings. After I've done that, slight pause, initiate with the hamstrings, hips stay driven into the pad the whole time, glutes do not move, which allows for a solid contraction. The lying hamstring curl I use to work the shorten range of the hamstring by really getting them short and contracted. And then after this, I will then lengthen them and stretch them using a barbell stiff leg, which you will see shortly. As you can see here, it is a savage contraction when you get this right. Unfortunately, a lot butcher the move though. So drop the ego. As I don't know if you could have seen that, but I don't use much weight on this because I can't, because when you do it properly, the hamstrings are piss weak. Into the stiff leg now. This is the form I opt for. I built up to a set of 130 on this. I did 2 working sets. The lying hamstring curl, I did 3 sets. And yeah, this is a stiff leg deadlift. This I am using to stretch the hamstrings, having then contracted them. Feet shoved firmly into the floor, spread your toes, get as much contact with the ground as possible, keep that spine nice and neutral, and just simply think about your hips shooting as far back as possible and then coming back up again. I don't fully come back up. as you will see, because I don't want to take tension off the hamstring. So 2 sets there, then we go into calves. This is a basic seated calf raise. If there's one piece of advice I could give you when it comes to calf training from someone who's built a decent set of calves, although they have shrunk quite substantially over the past couple of years, again due to lack of prioritization, yeah, the biggest piece of advice I could give you is make sure you contract your calves. A lot of people do not grow calves because they just move weight around. They don't actually use their calves. So as you'll see on every rep, I squeeze the shit out of my calves, and that's why they grow. Okay guys, peace. Fellas, we are back from the gymnasium after a pretty decent session back. So I came down with what I assume was a virus on Tuesday night. So didn't train Tuesday because it was a rest day anyway. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then obviously back in today. Took it quite easy because yeah, viruses are pretty heavy on the system with the fever initiation. And just watched the session back and I was super flat. For those of you that don't know, you do need to get flat to get lean. And when I say flat, I'm specifically referring to the fullness, or should I say lack of fullness in the muscle. So I know when I looked flat, and I looked pretty flat. And what was worse is I actually looked like I've lost a little bit of muscle, particularly in my triceps. So I don't mind being flat because you need to get flat to get lean, but when I evidently look like I've lost a little bit of tissue, then I need to feed back up. And I say feed back up because I've been running a diet for the past 9 weeks. So yeah, we're filling back up, and we have some pizzas to do that. Now this won't touch the sides, I know it won't, because it's more of like a sort of clean pizza. Let me show you. I'm in the garden, by the way, eating with the frogs and the birds and the crickets this evening. It's dark now because yeah, the gym that I trained at was quite a while away. So that's pizza number 1. And then pizza number 2, that's a bacon mushroom pizza, and then this is a margarita jobby. And I will finish this off with a shake because Italians and protein don't go well, okay? I'm sorry to any Italians watching, but your protein portions are shambolic. So yeah, I will be following this pizza up with a whey protein shake. So let's see how this goes down. Oh, it's fucking good, that. Hopefully it's not too loud on the mic. I feel like I sound pretty bunged up as it is, so hopefully bunged up and chewing is not too prominent on the audio. That is some good shit. So let me give you a bit of an update. So as I said, I've been running the diet for 9 weeks. I'm going to run it for 2 more weeks, just because the last 2 weeks for me have been a shit show, because I did my visa run, which threw my training off, and then also getting ill. So I'm going to extend the diet for a couple of weeks, and then following the extension of the diet, I'm going to then run into a push. Now, I said on my Instagram the other day, and when I say my Instagram, I'm talking specifically my coaching Instagram, which is where I update in regards to my training and stuff, which is jackev_online. So I put on there the other day that I am at the stage in my development for me now where I don't want to get lots bigger, because me getting loads bigger will absolutely start to eat into my longevity, which is something I don't want to sacrifice anymore. Long gone are the days of me wanting to be bodybuilder, pardon me. I just want to look really fucking good now, aesthetic, but also healthy. Do other shit like surf, which is what I've started out here in Bali. So I don't want to get carried away and add crazy size, because it can get easy to do that. It can be easy to do that, especially when you put yourself out there on social media. But yeah, try not to get carried away with it. I will take my body weight up about 15 pounds over a 12 to 14 week period. Probably tidy up a little bit, say 5 to 7 pounds, then take it up another 10 gradually over, say, a 10-week period. Then I'll diet down again, and after that second diet, which will be a little bit longer than the first tidy up, I suspect I will be where I want to be in terms of size wise then. As I mentioned on the voiceover, I do want to bring my arms up a bit more. Want to bring my forearms, my biceps, triceps need to regain some size there, because I lost a bit of size evidently on this video. And then what else did I want to do? Upper chest a little bit, upper back slightly, and calves, because I have lost quite a lot of calf size from what they used to be like. Yeah, just a little bit, probably looking at 5 pounds of muscle to go on the frame. So yeah, that's the goal over the next, that will probably take me into sort of Jan, Feb time. And yeah, that's what we're looking like in terms of physique goals, or should I say the plan for the physique. In terms of where I'm at in terms of Bali, so I've been here for just over 2 months now. I've extended my visa for a year, so I'm going to stay in Bali for a year. I am just about to get something longer term in terms of accommodation. That being said, I am having doubts about how long to get a rental property for, because I've not obviously experienced the wet season here yet, and I am massively in Bali for the weather. So I don't want to be here in, say, like November, December, January time, and the weather is, awful, pissing down with rain every day and hardly sunny. So I think I will probably do a 3-month rental, just to tie me over until when the wet season does start to occur, and then I'll take it from there. Because it would be a real shitter if I do like a year-long rental and then I'm not enjoying being here because it's pissing with rain. Because I would like to hit up Dubai the back end of this year. So yeah, that's where I'm at with the sort of, I don't want to call it a trip, because a trip sounds like it's a holiday. It's not a holiday. I'm here working, as I've had to justify to people that have messaged me. But yeah, so far so good. Just trying to sort of break down the next year into chunks, so I don't make any silly decisions and get carried away with myself, which is what I sometimes do. So yeah, that's where I'm at, guys. I will keep the videos rolling, keep you updated in regards to what I do plan to do at Bali and so on, and I will see you in the next video.